So what's up guys, it's here, and if you guys are watching this video right now, that means that you're currently downloading or waiting to download the new Black Ops Cold War multiplayer update. It's 1.31 on previous gen consoles and 1.30 on current gen consoles. And if you guys are excited for this, there's going to be a couple of new DLC weapons, new multiplayer map, really cool stuff for Black Ops Cold War. And here for Cold War Year 2, we got some content incoming, especially for the zombies players. So you guys are excited to hear about all that and see what this update contains today and what it potentially contains? Make sure you guys drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and turn on those post notifications. We're on the road to 3,000 subscribers here on the More Carnage Hero channel. If you guys like my vibes, you guys want to hear about more multiplayer stuff on Cold War, or you want to be entertained by Vanguard multiplayer as well in the coming days and weeks, make sure you guys do stay tuned here on the channel. So with all that said out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about how big this update is and when it will get released. So as you guys can see on the screen here, the Black Ops Cold War update on PS5 is around 5 to 6 gigabytes, so it's kind of a sizable update, which means that it's going to have a similar size on PS4 and a similar size on the Xbox consoles and the PC as well. So make sure you guys have around like 4 to 6 gigabytes of, hard space, in your console platform, whatever you want to say. And when will this update be available? Let me tell you guys that right now. This update will actually be available in a couple of hours, maybe 1 hour or less whenever this video comes out, because this video should come around 11 Eastern Standard Time, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But as you guys can see from the the recording here in the background of the video, it's gonna come out at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. So that's noon time. And hopefully this video should be up around 11:30 a.m. At the latest. I want to update you guys before it comes out. So yeah, you don't have to wait too long, and that's going to be pretty cool. And what is it exactly going to be included in this update? Well, there are some patch notes that kind of do detail some of the for sure confirmed features of this update. So let's go ahead and look at the Treyarch patch notes on their Trello board here right now. And just reading off of the Treyarch Trello board, they're only really talking about zombie stuff here. For the multiplayer stuff, I guess it might have to be a surprise. But here on the patch notes, April 25th patch notes, for zombies, for Easter eggs, they added a new secret location offering over a dozen rewards and a permanent upgrade in all zombies maps, depending on how many main quests you've completed, which is actually really cool. So if you're a big zombies fan player, they basically made a super Easter egg room, which is actually really dope. For Outbreak, as a new mode, Outbreak Collapse, players must outlast increasingly intense waves for 10 minutes. After choosing from 1 or 2 random regions to infiltrate, fight to survive as the difficulty ramp ups every 2 minutes. Hold out until the time limit and race to the exfil point at the farthest position of your squad, with while a surge of zombies closes in on your position, and exfil from the region before time's out to win. So they just pretty much detailed the new Outbreak Zombies mode. Enemies, Abomination enemy added to Outbreak, HVT Abomination added to eliminate objectives, so more advanced enemies and zombies. Perks Tombstone, they just fixed a bug with it. And for the mystery box, weapons from Season 6 can now be added from the mystery box. That's really weird that we're pretty much 3 seasons deep into Vanguard, and as of Cold War Season 6, they didn't add the Season 6 weapons until now, which is pretty interesting. But yeah, that's pretty much it for confirmed patch notes from Treyarch. But they also made another tweet on their Twitter where they're talking about deep, freaking stuff coming for the future of Cold War. Pretty much a lot of Cold War Year 2 content. So let's go ahead and read the blog post about stuff that's coming potentially in this update, but might not appear until later on. Let's rock and roll. I'm really excited for this because they really dig deep down into their blog post about this. So the title of this post is Incoming Black Ops Cold War Content, which is really cool. And they said, our first batch of Black Ops Cold War content for 22 arrived in March with the release of WMD, the Vargo, and the Fury Reactive Mastercraft bundle. We were thrilled to see the ongoing support for this content, and we got more to come, already confirming more content. In the coming weeks, we'll be releasing an all-new ranged weapon to take into multiplayer, zombies, and Warzone, as well as a familiar face from the campaign as our newest operator. In multiplayer, another classic Black Ops remaster will join the 6v6 rotation when we bring Jungle into the game. So new 6v6 multiplayer map known as Jungle, and this one's an absolute favorite of ours, and we can't wait for you to experience it with everything Black Ops Cold War's multiplayer has to offer for the first time. in the not too distant future, we're also planning to release a new melee weapon for use in multiplayer zombies in Warzone. We'll have new operator skins, weapon blueprints, finishing moves, calling cards, charms, emblems, and other cosmetics arriving in a new series of store bundles throughout the months to come. In fact, our old friend Hudson should be getting some new threads any day now, and that bundle actually dropped when I was in Cali. Sorry if I didn't cover it for that reason. And then they're talking about Cold War Zombies updates, and we already had just talked about the Cold War Zombies update. But that's really freaking cool. That's some huge news from Treyarch themselves, pretty much showing Jungle from Black Ops 4, Black Ops 1, and I think, yeah, it was in Black Ops 3 as well, so it's coming into this game as well. So that's 4 iterations of Jungle, and it all pretty much looks the same. And I guess you can count Jungle Flooded, so it's like 2 times in Black Ops 4. But let me know if you guys are really excited to see Jungle back into the game as a main multiplayer map, which is really cool. But the one thing that I'm much more interested in is the ranged weapon and the melee blueprint. Or the melee weapon, I guess you could say. The melee weapon, we kind of know for sure. It's been data mined in the game files, and hackers have been able to like use it. It's like a scythe of sorts, which is actually really cool. Another thing that the Grim Reaper uses, I guess you could say, which is pretty dope. That's gonna be pretty cool to get like Dark Mattered or Dark Ether, whatever you want to go on it. But people don't know what the ranged weapon is. Well, it's actually been discovered in the game files as well that it's going to be an underwater rifle from Call of Duty Ghosts. Let me see if I can remember the name of the gun. The APS underwater rifle, which is actually pretty insane. If you guys didn't see my last Cold War, not Cold War Zombies, but my last Cold War update video where I kind of theorized on this gun, I actually showed in-game footage from Call of Duty Ghosts on how the gun looks like. So I think I'll do that right now to kind of show you guys just how the gun is underwater and how it's going to perform potentially in Black Ops Cold War multiplayer. So have a quick look at this. So that was pretty tight, right? The APS underwater rifle. And the only thing is that obviously in Call of Duty Ghosts, it's an assault rifle. You can never use it, but in the campaign, it is classified as an assault rifle, which is actually interesting because in the game files for Black Ops Cold War, it's actually classified as an SMG. So I'm just interested to see how it performs like above water, how cool it's going to be, how powerful it's going to be. And I'm especially excited to see how its transference goes over to Warzone. Is it going to be one of the best SMGs in the game in Warzone? Is it going to compete with the ultimate Vanguard SMGs? Because the Vanguard SMGs this year are actually freaking insane. And all of that. It's a lot of questions to be answered, and you know, a lot of questions still to be you know, discovered. I can't wait for this thing to actually get into the game. So that goes for a lot of guns this next season. I don't know if it's gonna drop exactly with this update. You know, it's gonna be cool if it does, but I'm expecting the melee weapon to be dropped first, and then the underwater rifle, the APS, if you want to call it. I'm expecting that for season 4 reload, not season 4 reload, but season 3 reloaded, or the Godzilla versus Kong event, because it does kind of make sense if like Godzilla's coming from underwater, and then maybe you can like kill Godzilla underwater. I don't know. I mean, obviously you can't swim in Warzone, so that's kind of like a weird theory just to kind of even theorize, but yeah, that's pretty much it for Black Ops Cold War right now. We got Ravenov coming as a new operator, you know, according to data miners and stuff. He has like an operator bundle. That's the operator that we're talking about, that they were talking about, I should say, in the little blog post. And yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really excited to bring you guys this year 2 content. If you guys want to stay up to date, you guys want to see some cool multiplayer videos, like I said before, on Cold War multiplayer, Vanguard multiplayer. Sometimes I'll put some random Warzone videos on here. Then go ahead and stay tuned here on this channel. We're on the road to 3K subscribers. Really appreciate all of the support that you guys have given me this last year. I really freaking love you guys from the bottom of my heart. But let me know what you guys are the most excited about when it comes to, you know, Cold War, Vanguard, year 2 content, whatever the case is. And just know that you're all beautiful and freaking amazing.